First and foremost, I want to say Kah Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai. So praise to the Most High God, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ultimately calls Jesus Christ. It's your brother Ratazak from the set of SICARII, New Jersey, New York. Quick lesson about how we should be teaching our children, the youth, because they are the future that's coming up, right? And we see what's going on right now with our youth, right? Our youth is they're going crazy. They're mad, right? You got them turning on each other. Just yesterday, I went to the park, and this young one was, beating this kid up for no reason. He's like, what, kid, not even probably 6 years old, 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's madness. You know what I mean? Instead of us teaching our children the right things, we're teaching them the wrong things, right? So we're just gonna get right into it, right? Right? Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? This is Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 19, right? Because what we want to do is we need to teach our kids the laws. We need to be teaching them the foundation, right? We need to build the foundation, right? And the foundation is keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. All right? So this is Deuteronomy 11, verse 19. And it says, and ye shall teach them your children, speaking of them, when thou sittest in thine house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, right? Because we need to be teaching our kids the law, statutes, and commandments, right? Without that, we ain't got nothing, and they're gonna be led astray. So we need to be teaching them the law, statutes, and commandments, right? So let's go to Proverbs 22, verse 6, because this is the key point. This is the key verse right here, right? So this is Proverbs 22 and 6. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So you teach them the rightful way. They're not going to forget, like, oh yeah, mommy and daddy told me that. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was a kid, like, I speak English and Spanish. I was taught that when I was a youth. I didn't forget how to talk that language, right? This is what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I was brought up in a Christian church, and I ain't forget about none of that Christianity nonsense. I was indoctrinated, but but this is what we need to be teaching them: the right doctrine, the right food, the right law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Right? So let me get Proverbs. I think we're using the GNT. So I got this out of it. I got the GNT. You know what I'm saying? I got these books out, right? This is Proverbs 23 and verse 13. It says, don't hesitate. This is in a Good News translation. It says, don't hesitate to discipline children. A good spanking won't kill them, right? You know what I'm saying? I used to get whipped when I was a kid. I had to learn my lesson, right? Touching things I wasn't supposed to be touching, cussing, doing this and the third, wrongful things that I wasn't supposed to be doing, right? And we see our kids do it, and we need to be teaching them the right things. You see these Edomites, they don't teach their kids to do the right thing. They don't even whip their kids, right? Their kids calling them, shut up, mom, shut up, be quiet, stupid, all this other nonsense. I seen this video with this Edomite. He smacked his mom and was like, no, you shut up, it's my turn to talk. What? That kid would have been in a coffin. Anyway, verse 14. As a matter of fact, it may save their lives. I'm reading the KJV real quick, that last verse, right? Because it says, you whip them, they're not going to die. It might even save their life, because they're going to look at you and they're going to you putting fear on them, right? And I'm going to go to read it in the KJV. It says, thou shalt beat him with a rod and shalt deliver his soul from hell, right? Now, of course, hell is not talking about actual where you burning forever. It's talking about the grave, right? It's talking about, you being dead. That's what it says in the GNT. It might save their life. Why? Because they won't die, okay? So, Proverbs, should I get in the GNT? Or, let me see what it says in this verse. Proverbs 13. I'm reading the KJV first, and I'll get in the GNT. It says, Proverbs 20, this is Proverbs 13, verse 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, right? If you spare and whip your kid, it means you hate your kids. No wonder why these Edomites, they don't spare their kids. They hate their damn kids, man. Right? That's why they hate you back. Say, Mommy, I hate you. I'm going to kill you. You see it on Family Guy. Stewie hates Lois. Stewie hates the mother, right? She's too nice on him, right? Perfect example of these Edomites, right? And this is why we're not supposed to be following up the ways of the heathen, right? He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasten him betimes. Do I want this in the GNT? No, I don't want it in the GNT. That's right. I remember what it says. This is better, right? So I'm gonna go back to the Proverbs 23 and verse 15 in the GNT. It says, my child, if you become wise, right? Because we're trying to teach our kids the wisdom, teach them the knowledge and the truth of the Most High God, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And even going back to the Deuteronomy part where it says, where we just read, that was the first verse that we read. We teach them, right? You teach them the law, statutes, and commandments. You teach them the stories like Jonah, like Noah, like Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Teach them about the 12 patriarchs. Teach them about, Esau. Teach them about Satan and Job and the Most High. Teach them all of these things, because this is what we're supposed to be teaching our kids, right? Because all wisdom comes from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? So we're supposed to be teaching our kids the same thing that we learn. We got to teach them too, right? Matter of fact, I read verse 12. It says, pay attention to your teacher and learn all you can. And we're supposed to be the teachers to our children. They have to learn all that they can from us, right? Just as we learn from our elders, we got to teach our kids, because they're the next generation to come up, right? It says, my children, if you become wise, I will be very happy. I'll be proud when I hear you speaking words of wisdom, right? Who wouldn't be proud of when they see their kids speaking words of wisdom, right? You got a lot of these kids in school, they can't even read a book, right? You got celebrities, you got people that's in past 50, they can't even read. That's embarrassing. You know what I mean? But this is why we need to be teaching our children. A lot of us grew up without fathers, without mothers, put up for adoption and all of that. It's sad, but this is why we need to come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So we, as Israelites, we need to be teaching our children. We need to teach them the rightful things, so that way they don't go off like the way they did, or how we did. We need to be we need to be the example, and we need to show them, because we need to walk this walk first. We need to show them, when we have our children, we got to show them, this is what daddy and mommy want you to be doing, all right? That's why Proverbs 22 and 6 says that. Train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he'll never depart from it, right? Because, a lot of times right now, you see what's going on. The kids, they going crazy. They menstruous women bring forth monsters now, right? Let me bring it up, as a matter of fact. 2nd Ezra 5 and 8. 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be off sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. That's what you see a lot here, man. A lot of these young ones, they become crazy as little, mother effers, man. They become some little twerps, some douchebags and stuff, man. They gang banging and all of that, throwing up signs and all of this nonsense, right? They don't even know what they're doing anymore, man. But who's the one that's teaching them? It's us. It's the parents. The generation of old, they failed us. That's why a lot of us, we are in the streets. We came from gang banging. We came from the street. We came from the hood. Should I still live in the goddamn hood, man? All right? Let me get Isaiah 3 and 12 to show another precept how a lot of these kids, they become monsters. And, in the streets, in the hood. And just like I said, I went to the park and I seen these kids beating each other up. I'm like, what is going on? 6-year-olds fighting each other. Fist, Like, imagine you gave them guns. It's insane, man. All right? This is, it's Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 9. Verse 12. It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Right? That's who's oppressing us right now. It's the children. Look at these kids, man. They gangbangers. You got 50-year-olds getting oppressed by like 27-year-olds, 13-year-olds, little teenage, little dudes, little boys and girls out here gangbanging, throwing up sets, wearing flags and shit. It's insane. Excuse my language, but this is an abomination to the Most High. Okay, we need to be teaching them the rightful things, because we have brought forth monsters, right? It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Because a lot of the men, like the curses tell you in Deuteronomy, men left the women, right? And they left them, and that's what you see a lot of single parent homes, baby mama drama, baby father drama, all this nonsense. And the man walks out, and now the kids, now the kids growing up without a father. That's why polygyny is a must, because that way children can have access to their father. But that's another story, okay? I'll do a lesson on that too, for another time, right? It says, "O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths." These kids, it's the parents. We need to take responsibility of our kids. We need to take responsibility so that we can teach them and mold them into the way that they're supposed to be, the way that they have to go, not being monsters, man. These kids, they become crazy, right? And here's another one. That's Isaiah 1:4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupted. These children, they're corrupted. These children are corrupted, and when they get older, they ain't gonna forget that. They're gonna stay that corrupted old mind. But it takes a strong individual to change that. Because remember, the change starts within you. You need to make the change. Be the example. Be a light to these people. So that when they see you got that light, they're gonna be like, wow, person actually make a difference. Because how is we gonna stop black on black crimes, brown on black crimes, right? How are we gonna stop so-called blacks and Latinos from killing each other? We gotta make a change. We gotta teach them the right things. Teach them the way of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Give them the laws, statutes, and commandments. Give them that wisdom, so they can have the knowledge and understanding, okay, of what is to come, right? It says, they have forsaken the Lord, and if they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, they are gone away backward. Amen. Is that self-explanatory? Okay? You've provoked Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's why Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is sending wrath and plagues and destructions on this earth right now. The Christian church talking about, oh, it's all love, it's all love. Where's the love at right now? The love that the Most High has is for the children of Israel, those who are keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. Not you fake, phony Christians, man. You're not teaching your kids the right thing. I know a lot of you Christians out there that are teaching your kids, it's okay, just come as you are. You can still be a homosexual and love God. That's ridiculous. It's an abomination. And you're going to get put to death for that if you keep teaching your kids that stuff. And your kids going to die too. Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? Let me get Sirach 30. Salakia. So I gotta get this, man, because a lot of, like I said earlier, you gotta teach your kids, man. Whip them if you have to, man. Okay, the Most High, he even tells you, you gotta whip your kid, man. All right. This is Sirach 30 and verse 11. It says, "Don't give him freedom while he is young, and don't overlook what he does wrong." Right? You can't give these kids a lot of freedom. You give them freedom, they're gonna go smoke weed, drink liquor like crazy, be an alcoholic, right? Sexing a lot of people, catching AIDS, diseases, STDs, all of this damn nonsense, committing fornication, doing ridiculous things, joining frats. What's that thing? These Greek groups, right? These damn Greek fraternities, right? Joining gangs, doing all this nonsense, right? Being homosexuals, right? Killing each other, being murderers, suicidal. It's ridiculous, right? Being abusive of themselves too. Come on, you just gotta stop. Okay, stop giving your kids too much freedom, man. So I'm reading it again. Don't give them too much freedom. So like, don't give him freedom while he is young, and don't overlook what he does wrong. Whip him while he is still a child and make him respect your authority. That's what you're supposed to do. Make a kid respect you so he can have fear on you, man. All right? It says, if you don't, he will be stubborn and disobedient and cause you nothing but sorrow. Amen. You don't want that sorrowness. You want to teach your kids to be obedient to you, so you don't have to be that. You don't have to get sorrowness. Okay? It's that self-explanatory. It says, so discipline your son and give him work to do, or else he will be an embarrassment to you. And you don't want to be an embarrassment, because the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahshua is looking, man. The angels, they recording everything. They making sure that you're doing the same Yahweh Shem Yahshua. All right. Let me see what I want. Proverbs. I'm gonna go back to SICARII in a second. Just want to go back to Proverbs again. Proverbs 23. Proverbs 23. Oh, praise Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Proverbs 23 and verse 22 in the GNT. It says, listen to your father. Without him, you would not exist. All right? I know a lot of people that haven't grown up with their fathers, but hey, man, somebody has to be a father figure, right? Say, be a father to the fatherless, right? So it says, listen to your father. Now, father is, can also be your mother too. All right, your fathers, both your parents, right? Listen to your fathers. I'm gonna say, listen to your parents, right? Without him, you would not exist. Without them, you wouldn't exist, right? So like, and I know why it says father. Listen to your father. Without him, you would not exist. When your mother is old, show her your appreciation. We should say both, because both of them, they need to be appreciated. Without both parents, you need to appreciate both parents and listen to both your parents, man. Listen to your parents, okay? Because that's where you get your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from. And we have to teach the youth, okay? Is that what else I wanted? Let me get... I said I want to go back to SICARII. SICARII 30 and verse 1, I'm going to read through verse 6 in the G&T. It says, SICARII 30 verse 1, a father who loves his son will whip him often, so that he can be proud of him later, right? Let me see what it says in there. In the KJV again. Just hold it there. It says, yeah, I like this better. This one's actually better. I like this one better. So it says, a father who loves his son will whip him often, so that he can be proud of him later. Meaning, if you don't listen to the Most High, because, when it's not saying you just beat him for no freaking reason. If you're going off, you're going to whip that kid. You don't want your kid to go off, because a lot of these kids, they want to be disrespectful, saying, no, make me. Listen, you better be careful. Show your kids the fear. That's why the scriptures read earlier. Teach your kids, show them that fear, man. Or they're gonna make you an embarrassment. You're gonna have sorrow, and they're gonna use you. They're gonna overthrow you, right? It says, if a son is disciplined, he will be of some use, and his father can boast of him to his friends. Right? We want to be able to tell our friends and our families, oh yeah, I have a good kid. He's a good kid. He listens. He's disciplined. He follows instructions, right? Because I whipped his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because he disrespected me, so I had to give him a little butt whipping, man. All right. Let's see this real quick. I'm gonna put this back down here real fast. Salakia, let me just finish reading this real quick. I want to turn to Joel as well. I want to get this precept real quick. All right, let me hold it there. We'll finish reading. So it says, anyone who gives good guidance to his son can not only take pride in him among his friends, but he can make his enemies jealous. Hey, man, a lot of these Edomites, they're going to get jealous of you too. A lot of these other nations, they're going to get jealous of you, right? Especially that's why we say the Edomites a lot, because especially him, especially the damn so-called Caucasian, right? Because they have a perpetual hatred towards us, a big jealousy towards the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Seminole Indians, right? They have a perpetual hatred towards us ever since Esau, man. And they've always hated us. They've been so jealous of us because we're God's chosen people. And when we do what God tells us to do, they're going to be like, wow, damn, look at their kids. They're so intelligent, smart, and everything, da-da-da-da. But you notice how now is the roles are reversed, that we look at them like, look at Katie, look at Mark, look at Billy. These damn, Edomite names, you know what it is, right? We look at them and they're like, look how good they are. Why can't we be like them? And now, but in their head, they want to be like you. You need to be the good example. You need to follow Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? Verse 4 says, while the father is alive, the sight of his son makes him happy. And when he dies, he has no regrets. He is not really dead because his son is like him. He has left someone to take vengeance on his enemies and to return the favor he owes his friends. So our kids need to be, you know what I'm saying? We need to teach our kids, they want to be, hey, I want to be just like mommy. I want to be just like dad. As the father, so is the son. As the mother, so is the daughter, right? So I'm going to end it with these last two scriptures. We get Joel 1 and 3. It says, tell your children of it, and let your children tell their children, and another generation. So it has to get passed down, right? Because they are the future, you know what I'm saying? This truth is going to be taught by the mouth of babes, and we got to teach it to our children, right? So that way they can uphold this law, that they can proceed, they can keep going, right? We want our kids to be proud, and we want to be proud of our children, right? This is Proverbs 24 verse 3. It says, this is, basically this is the kicker, right? Homes are built on the foundation of wisdom and understanding. That's what we want in our homes. We want more wisdom, understanding, and more knowledge in our homes. That's the foundation of what we need to have, right? So all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hope this lesson was edifying to you. Yeah, man, shalom to the 12 tribes of Israel. Shout out to all the camps teaching this truth in Yahushai, right? And hey, man, don't spare that rod in your kids, man. All right, whip your kids. Don't be like these damn Edomites. Whip your kids. Teach them the truth. Teach them the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Give them that wisdom as understanding. All right. Kohalom Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Shalom, Israel.
We are the